Energy Stadium here on the lakefront in Cleveland. You haven't missed a thing as we're just about set for the opening kickoff. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. 1st and 10.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 78 yards.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
On first down, it's Gurley. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 21 yards away. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
He's tackled at the...
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
From the gun on 3rd down. English got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
First down, Seattle.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice,
Anderson loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. 30, 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, English. He finds an opening past the 40. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it, and has given me the evil eye, folks. From the gun, English. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st down, Seahawks.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Seahawks, nothing.
Throwing on 1st down. English. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. English. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Operating from the gun. English flushed out right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Seahawks 3.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Number 80.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That good for 19 and a first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
3 yards the gain there, second down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
At the 37.
Good strong throw and catch right there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain. This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. He'll drop this underneath to Gurley, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. This one caught by Isabella. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Dustin Hopkins on for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
They're on 27-yard line.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player,
looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
A big play that time on the catch and run. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. George Kittle with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
They're on 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Well, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And Jones has it over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
To throw on 3rd down. English. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a first down.
And he'll be the one in the film session if he's saying, hey, run that one back, Coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that
2
again.
more times.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
On 4th down, English. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, English. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, English. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. The final shot before break. English. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly... And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Hopkins set to kick off.
The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Escaping the pressure right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And out across midfield down to the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Off play action. English. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. The 20. 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And his kick is good. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem. And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Browns.
The quarterback forced out of bounds.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
At the 15-yard line.
Here's Gurley. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
21, Todd Gurley, the ball.
Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And the Seahawks.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do it.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Made by Derek Barnett.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Shotgun now for Wentz. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Well, partner, there's a pretty easy explanation for his success in this one. He's very comfortable throwing the football. Did you just see that one? In the pocket, no real pressure, yet to be sacked today. When he's that comfortable, that leads to those types of completions.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. From midfield, here's Wentz. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
The 3rd quarter.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now Gurley. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Again, the ball carrier.
And he stopped immediately there.
Right at the line.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Wentz to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Dustin Hopkins.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Robbie Anderson. Incomplete. Jalen Johnson on the coverage.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. English. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. English. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
English's pass.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. 16 yards of first down. Operating from the gun. English. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the Browns' 20-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. English looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. They'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Seahawks go for it, but can't.